Ah, all right, Treelum. If that's how you want to be, then let's be that way. In any case, I welcome you all to a newer video. This video will be showcasing how to defeat, kill, and, well, beat every current boss within Rise of the Dead as of 2.2.2, which is the Winterfest 2024 event. As right now, I'm just shooting Treelum. Let me, there we go. He is dead. We could start off this video by showcasing how to kill Treelum with ease. Treelum spawns by uprooting the tree, or sample over here. Wait, where is it? Right here. You need a shovel, which can be located later on in this video, or at a vein of Necron, which I'll be showcasing later on as well. He has 5 million HP, can only be killed, or not only can be killed, but he can only be found and I guess killed in Frostivus, or the winter event of the game, which is what's going on currently. He has no level requirement, and all you have to do is just dig him up and he will spawn in. The best way to kill him is by utilizing incense rounds. As you can see, it does tick percent damage, um, snowballs, frostbite, or corrosion. And that's pretty easy. Currently, you can obtain snowballs from the Christmas 2022 crates. I didn't get any, but the drop chance you can see it there. And now onto the proper video. Let's get this showcase on the road. When you start the game originally, you'll have to go through the main storyline. The first boss that you'll fight is located at Blocksmart, right over here. You'll have a dude here that you'll have to save, yada yada. Moving on, you come to your first boss, the prisoner. The prisoner and all current bosses as of currently scale with your level. So what you see here is due to me being a max level as of right now. The mastery level for the rewards is level 1. And these are some of his drops. For reference, everything, this video will contain every current boss within the game, as I've stated before. This is version 2.2.2. This will also be including the mini bosses, or the bosses for some of these sectors, at least the newer mini boss, Oily, and the old extreme boss, Parthenax, or Path. That's his real name, or just main way of referencing him. I will also be stating the mastery levels and how to get to certain points of time. This will also include W.D Warehouse, the Underground, Mall, Residentials, and Harbor. Now, I'll get to that dude in a moment. Your second boss that you'll be fighting, depending on which way you go, will be Tanker. He is located to the right of the Sunday's safe house. All you have to do, enter, and there you go. He is level 10 requirement, and naturally he scales to my level. The more you damage him, he also has a few different ways of attacking. He has a spin move, a gate, and he will knock you back. The second, rather third, sorry, the third boss that you will fight is called Fumes. He is located at the factory. In the previous update, before 2.1 came or 2.0, which was the fifth anniversary, I believe. Yeah, 5 years. Fumes was a lot easier back then. However, nowadays he is quite tough. Um, I will be showcasing the hard mode for Prisoner and Fumes after the normal version, which is going to end right here. The way to kill him, you need either the corrosion mod or you need to damage him enough to where he will have the um, effect what you just saw right there. Personally, I would suggest utilizing a shotgun like the XM1014 or just have a high level support you. You also need to be level 20 to access him or the rewards that he drops. Coming back to Prisoner, his hard mode is quite difficult for low levels. He spawns jails that'll entrap you at a fast rate, and he is also quite fast and has more HP. Although that wasn't really a good showcase. Uh, I would advise you bring friends or someone who can help you out with that. Coming back to Fumes, his hard mode allows you to obtain the Soviet style Fumes gas mask. In my defense, it's not really worth doing it solo. I would 100% advise you run it with a teammate, but similarly, you just need to damage him enough. And yeah, he hurts. Although I'm not using a gas mask, so that's my issue. When it comes to just how do you fight him, you need either a hazmat suit or the gas mask. So retrying that this time without dying, because I forgot I had the night vision on. You need to out damage him, and not really, yeah. Come on, there we go. Quite tough to do, but it's far better to do it with friends. The last and final boss within W.D Warehouse's area is Rakera. Rakera is the first extreme boss that you'll fight. To access his rewards, you must be level 50. The extreme bosses do not scale with your base level, as they all have a set amount of HP. Keep in mind, you are able to enter Zrakera, or Zykera, however you want to pronounce it. However, if you are below the level of 50, you will not get the rewards. She, I believe, will damage you with fire, and she has a jumping attack. Following this up is the extreme version. I can showcase where to get the horns later on. However, to unlock hard mode, what you need to do is have Zerkero's horn equipped. Additionally, if you are level 50, you can still obtain the AT4 part or the skull. I would also like you to keep in mind that this is a weekly based formatting. Can I not equip my weapon? Hello? The hard mode of Zerkera is not really hard. Although, what I would suggest you do, if you're not as geared as me, is make sure you bring good armor, uh, or at least have good enough mods. Bring Frostbite, and do not use the Ensign rounds because Zerkera will actually heal from the damage you do with Ensign bullets. Now, with that out the way, we move on to the sewers. Exiting outside of Sunday's warehouse, or safe house, sorry, and you run straight, you will find a huge crater that you can further walk through. Alternatively, if you have the GPS, you can fast travel to Sector F. Your first boss is going to be either on the left if you come from here or on your right. This is Corrosive. Corrosive drops right here and has the highest percentage for batteries. To obtain his rewards, you must be level 40. He drops liquid on the ground that if you stand in will damage you over time. Pretty easy. The second boss within this area is right outside of the Underbridge community. To access this, you will have to just simply go through the main story. To the left of this, or straight from, you will find your second boss, Spider. You must be level 60 to fight this thing. The boss is relatively easy, as the only real thing that it does is spawn little mini me's, which, if I give it a moment, it should. It's either if I think, okay. So if you damage it enough, it'll drop the baby spiders. The final boss that you'll access, oh, Icarus check. The final boss, or the final normal boss, sorry, that you will find within this area is located right outside of a train station. Oh, nice. To the right, you'll find Shadow. Shadow has a AoE ranged attack, and there is a distance to where if you're out of his radius, he will teleport to you. As you can see, he's not hitting me right now. So since he couldn't hit me, he teleported. This is also the best place if you're looking to grind, or at least in my opinion, metal parts. Or yeah, the metal parts. And that is for the ladder, which you can obtain at Harbor. Going back to the Underbridge community, there you go, Diana. To the left, you will find Vexeron. Vexeron is quite literally a flying worm. I wish I was joking. But yes, he is a flying worm. You must be level 100, and I apologize I didn't mention the shadow level. I think it was level 60. You need to be level 100 to fight Vexeron. Now, he is pretty easy to kill. It doesn't really take much to kill him, and if you have a competent team who could deal a whole bunch of damage, then it's done like that. You also have the hard mode version, which, as you can see here, um, same level requirement. However, he does have a lot more HP. Do keep in mind, it can be tough for lower level players. But as you see right here, it's the way you have to damage him is by shooting each of his individual parts. Um, you will not do, as you can see, there's some that are doing 0 damage. But overall, he's pretty easy to kill and doesn't really take much damage rev. I'll take that. And that is the final boss within this location. On to the clinic, or the mall location. Similarly, you will naturally you'll be forced to travel this way. So, where to find the first boss that you'll encounter? The first boss that you'll naturally encounter is either one of 2 bosses, depending on which way you go. However, I will do just get rid of these guys. I will do the first one, which is right outside of this area here. Zomborg. Zomborg must be you must be level 110 to obtain the rewards, and Zomborg has 2 phases. If you deal enough damage to him, he will do an AoE based attack that will just send everything flying all over the place. However, due to me being or having higher damage, um, it naturally will kill him. But I believe by the halfway point, or if you do a total of 20,000 damage, his skill will activate. Following this up, if you go to the right, or if you have VIP Plus, which, not VIP Plus, Premium, which is 400 Robux, if you leave from here and take a sharp right and go down these stairs, or keep going right and jump down here, you will find the Billies. The Billies are a duo, one who will run at you with a melee, which I believe is a machete, and the other that will shoot at you. They are relatively easy, although I would highly advise not just rushing it, although I'm crazy in that department. They're relatively simple. As I've stated before, each normal boss will scale with your max HP. Going back to the mall and taking a sharp left, or depending on which way you go, um, either this way or the other way, which I'll just keep going this way for now. And if you keep going straight, you will find the clinic, which is right here. In the very back of the clinic, you will find the final boss within this location, excluding hard mode, and the extreme boss. This is Hector Shot. Hector Shot has a AoE rope attack that will lock you in place and stun you. Which is right here. I'll stand here so to showcase it. It lasts for a few seconds, and you can one-shot through your armor. It's kind of better for you to kind of peek him from corners in third person rather than fight him in first. And I guess what I can do now is I can go right back into him and showcase the hard mode fight. The hard mode fight is it makes him faster and it makes his attack go by a lot quicker. He is also indestructible while in that mode. And as you see, he one shot through my armor, dealing a total of 180 damage. Even with how quick I can be, he can still do some damage. So killing him quickly, there you go. It is advised you do not play the long game with him because he will outdamage you if you do not have armor like this with the setup right here. And this is for the Necro's trench coat, which you get later on. Going back to the mall safe house, either going the similar ways, you come back to the Billies. You enable hard mode. Well, it's not enabled. Okay, there we go. Sometimes you have to make sure that this is popping up. But same level, 160. Hexa shot was 180. This makes him stronger, and it makes him do more damage. Oh, where is Carl? Right below. It also does make Carl shoot a lot faster, and it will melt your damage a lot quicker. And I think he has Incent now, which is new. Uh, Going back to the clinic safe house, I won't pause this time. Uh, Directly to the left, you'll come across this boss here. Originally, Parthenax was here. However, Kronos changed it out for Mathena. You also can obtain the vector parts from here, which used to be obtainable from Vein of Necron. Additionally, uh, Mathena has a barrier that'll form and he will shoot spikes around the area, which if you walk into it will invert your keys. To kill him, all you have to do is just like that. Pretty self-explanatory. That is the final boss within this location. And this is one step closer to being done. I don't mind it, but I hope that this is helping at least. Now, as you get to the later progression of the game, you will come across the W.D Residentials. The Residentials only has 2 bosses. It has one, which I'll just quickly run and show you, and it has what is most annoyingly overutilized, the Bandit helicopter. To find the Zomborg Prime, all you have to do is leave the entrance from either there or this little uh, nook here, which all you have to do is just run down and you can jump here and you'll find this here. Um, he does not have a hard mode yet, thank God, because he is hard to beat as is if you're a lower level. To kill him, you first need to shoot the center core, if I can actually hit it. And then after that, he's pretty much easy to beat. You can also obtain the Zerkera horn, which is used to beat hard mode Zerkera. And then, of course, what I shall quickly do is just run over here, make sure I have the proper loadout. Yep. Let me grab this, and let me go ahead and start this. Now, to kill the helicopter, or not to kill it, but for the reward drop, you need to be level 200. The other one, Zomborg Prime, was level 250, I think, or 280. I'm not 100% sure. To defeat the bandit helicopter, it is normally advised to use a sniper with Pierce. There are a few locations where you can shoot it. The top rotor and the front will deal the most damage to the to the helicopter itself. This is the same case for the bandit hard mode helicopter, which you need Necron particulate for. I will showcase where you can obtain particulate, but for now, I will showcase this. You have to shoot the top rotor, the front a few times, and then the back. Its its armor will all. I would also advise shooting the. I wish this dude wasn't in the way. It is also advised you destroy the turrets that kind of line it. You can normally kill it faster, but there you go. You also can obtain the Rec 21 from here, which used to be in another location. Now putting these parts up with that, we make our way to the final main location boss. The final location boss is at Harbor. Dead set right in front of you, at least as of right now. The way to naturally kill Vein of Necron is by either A, first out damaging it, which I will showcase the normal method that you can use. In terms of what I like to use for fighting him, or for fighting it, is Frostbite, Ensign rounds, which I will showcase with the Desolator as the main weapon that I like to use to fight this with. Or just out damaging it with the bow, which I have seen done a few times. The way to kill it is by shooting the veins that'll spawn around the map, like up there, the spores which spawn these veins, and uh, trying to out damage the healing factor it has, which has been kind of nerfed. Every time you destroy the plague, as it's called, it will deal percentage damage, or like low percentage damage. Now, there's going to be some areas that you aren't going to be able to reach, like that up there. Oh, but that's fine. Also, you don't need to use the Desolator, but I would suggest using the Ensign rounds for this boss, because it is handy to have, and it's done me justice. Plus, it does fire take damage. I don't know where the veins are. I guess there's not really a lot of it. Okay, here's one. Also, these spores will spawn all over the place, so you got to be careful with that. Oops. If you're grabbed and you aren't able to shoot the core in time, you will be cooked. And there you go. It's relatively simple, and um, it's not really that stressful in most cases. Sometimes you can be overwhelmed, which is fair. It's happened to me. But a while back, during I think it was 2 Christmases ago, I found a method with the chainsaw. I think you can also do it with the boomerang. I have not tested it out. But if you want to impress your friends, all you need is a chainsaw. Funnily enough, how you can kill it with the chainsaw is actually really simple. The spawn box or the main health bar spawns right where you are at, right here. Sometimes it'll change up, but all you have to do is just walk back and forward, and there you go. Venom Necron defeated with the chainsaw. I have an older video kind of explaining it, I believe, but the way that I figured that out was by a Santa hat spawning. I was confused at first, fought it a few times, and boom, there you go. A few honorable mentions that I would like to point out is the Harbor Boss, the Elder Vexron, which you can't technically kill it. It's God moded. However, what you can do is destroy the spores that'll spawn around it. I have a video on that, and you can check that out for more details. However, what I'm going to quickly do is bring us to Sector F. I'll explain it in a moment. I was going to create a separate video entirely going over the sectors and the corruption, but I think for now, what I'm just going to do is I'll explain it quickly, right here and now. There is, with the new mode and the new update, Kronos added Corrupted. It is a far harder version of Endless or a hard mode that will kill you quickly. And I mean quickly. Um, the zombie scaling is ridiculous. You have to have at least uh 4 max level players. You can do it with solo, but it's hard. And I would also highly advise a melee weapon. The first, you also have withers, but there are a mini boss that'll spawn within the sector is called Oily. The way to kill him is by one of 3 ways. And I would like to mention you cannot use incense rounds to damage him. You need a flamethrower to light up the oil that he drops, or where's Fumes? I don't know where Fumes is at. Oh, he's over here. Or I think you can damage him with explosives. Additionally, you have Parthenax, which if you do not protect the generators and you let it be destroyed, Parth will spawn. And once he spawns in, he will disguise himself as you. And you don't want him disguising himself as you, because if you damage him, you will receive Thorn's damage. The the way to kill him is simple. All you have to do is out damage him by either using a sniper or really anything just to deal that kick that you need to get rid of him. Now, I would also like to mention there is one more boss that, or more so mini boss called Dr. Sinister. Sinister is he's easy enough to defeat, but what you need to worry about is the way he can really kill you. He has, I think, scaling damage. So he will scale the damage to your HP or something, or per level. I forget the exact way. I apologize. But the okay, where's this other zombie? His um his method of being annoying is by killing, or not killing, sorry, by making zombies immortal. The way you kill him is by either finding him through stems or like trails that'll appear on the ground, damaging those trails, which is something newer that I didn't realize until more recently, or just having enough luck to not encounter him. Is he a tough boss? No, he's relatively easy, um, relatively simple. Not really gonna be something you have to worry about long term. Now, in regards to a high majority of a bunch of these bosses, or like mini bosses, like Parthenax, as he is kind of considered now, you don't really have to worry about them. If you have good coordination, if you're able to kill them fast, or something of the following. In most cases, what you do want to kind of just be wary about for Oily is that he is immune to all damage. Although he has low HP, he is still a massive threat in this game mode. And I guess since I'm not going to get Oily, I will just leave Sector F. Because I only came here to kind of show it. I'll give it one more. But after that, I'm leaving. Because this video is already 37 minutes long. I'm going to have to put chapters through it all. Also, just kind of on a side note, let's see. Okay, no Oily. On a side note, the bosses themselves, at least the high majority, will scale with your HP. I've mentioned it a few times. I could show it again right now, right here. But with this video being 38 minutes long, if you do watch it this far, I just wanted to say thank you. Honestly, it would have been a lot longer, but I kind of scaled it down, which is kind of where those sudden jumps come in. But I do hope, again, you enjoyed this video, and I do hope you stay safe out there. With that, this has been just a small tutorial on how to kill the bosses around Rise of the Dead. So yeah, have a good day. Stay safe out there. See ya.